Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at the 4th anniversary celebration rules and recommendations that I will give you guys. Also, something that you should keep in mind before you fully commit to this event. And I will also be explaining each of the topic in this event, which gonna be like sign-in rewards, Pinnacle Trials, and other stuff that is included into the event, and I will explain a little bit about each topic and how to play them as best as you can. Unless you're super well and you want to just do everything at one go, you can definitely do that. But for a lot of people, like maybe free to play or don't know what to do, hopefully this video gonna explain every single thing that you need to know before committing to this event. Now that we are in the game, let's take a look at 4th anniversary celebration event. And first of all, we have sign-in rewards, celebration battle pass, glorious challenge, pinnacle trial, dazzling wish, and lastly, celebration shop, which in my opinion is what I've been waiting for to see what we can get from there. And I've been waiting for that, to compare it to last year where it was really good. But in my opinion, this year is a little bit meh, and I will explain why later in this video. But first of all, let's take a look at the various topics we have here. Now let's take a look at sign-in rewards. We will get 800 gems and 5 tickets to play in Dazzling Wish. And in my opinion, this is actually pretty good, and I don't mind, getting all the gems and the tickets, because although I might not get anything from with the tickets, but hey, at least we get a chance. And of course 800 gems is not bad for a lot of people. Now let's take a look at the battle pass. I think the battle pass is the most anticipated about this event, because you can get the Holy Skin Castle or Glory City Castle, and the stat wise is very good. Let's take a look in the game how it looks like. In my opinion, it looks pretty decent, very similar to what the other Dragon Castle looks like. And the most important part here, if you look, is the troops HP and attack enemies to gain honor. I think that is huge and most likely best in the game in terms of the attributes. I might be mistaken. Some people might think other skins like maybe Colosseum is better and stuff like that. I'm assume yes, for some instances I would say this is better, but in general I think I will be using this, and as I think it will be the best in the game. And the battle pass will cost you $50. Keep in mind, $50 for a castle skin. I think this is the best value in the game. In terms of, I was expecting, basically I was discussing with my friends in the server how much this castle gonna cost. We were assuming at least, $3, $4, maybe up to $500-$600, like we used to have before when they dropped the water dragon castle, the fire and such, right? It cost around like $400 before they came into the golden path. But so that's why we kind of assuming this gonna be the same range, but for $50, and you have to grind the challenges, daily challenges, quest every single day. I would say this is the best value item that IK has released in the past 2-3 years. I would go that far to say that, because IK has been cooking with this reward, and for $50, it's incredible value, because this castle you can basically have it on every day. You don't have to change ever again, and you're still gonna be doing really well. So as for the rewards here, I would say the rewards is pretty decent. You get some random holy shadow immortal fragments. You get, I think it should be 5 tickets or 10 tickets all together, which in my opinion is pretty good, not too bad. And of course, you're gonna get 6,000 gems altogether as well, as long with you know, free-to-play stuff as random immortal fragments and resources and speed ups. And I think this is pretty good, and you should be focusing on this. I really, well, I highly recommend you guys to actually get the pass. If you want to buy, from early on like I did, you can wait until you do all the quests and or challenges until you reach the end, see if you actually reach the end, then you can decide to buy. But in my opinion, this is the best value item in this game has ever released. So yeah, you should be doing this if you are thinking about, want to have a cool skin and stuff like that. This is very, very good. Now let's take a look at Glorious Challenge. This one, you guys should be listening to this one closely, right? Because this is a tricky one that a lot of people did a mistake, including me, and I learned it the hard way. So what I did here is I basically completed the whole challenge, right? I completed the whole challenge, and I think the mistake here is that I bought the tickets, credentials, maxed out because I thought they would basically refresh. But I talked to IK, I asked them, and they said these credentials won't reset. So basically, I maxed out on the normal challenge, right? Instead of going to hard. I don't know how much of difference they're going to be. There might be a little bit difference. Maybe 200, 300, we don't know yet. But when it comes out, we're gonna know. So if you have yet to do all of that before this video, and when you watch this video, please save your tickets or credentials until the hard mode comes out. Right now, I did a mistake. I'm assuming a lot of people did as well, because we're assuming that the credentials will be resetting in the shop, which at this point of making this video, they won't, but we might have, refresh later in this event if we manage to, talk to IK about it, right? But for now, what you should do is you should buy enough to complete the challenge, and then you don't raid at all, okay? You don't raid at all, so that's gonna be a very tricky one. I am not 100% sure if these gonna refresh every single day. If they do, okay, that's pretty good, right? Because we have to do some of at least these, Glory Challenge at least one time for the Celebration Pause Challenge to be done. So yeah, that is the most important part about this Glorious Challenge. Keep in mind, take it easy. If you don't rush with the coins, don't rush with the tickets. I did it, I made a mistake, and you guys should keep that in mind that we still have a hard mode on the way. So yeah, I did a mistake. Don't do the same as me, but if you do it, it should be okay. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, I mean, if you want more coins in the future, you might be able to get that with the tickets, but I will probably prevail. I don't mind it as long as I get the castle skin, because this is not my main focus. Now let's take a look at Pinnacle Trial. Very straightforward, very short. You get a ticket once per day that you can get, I would say, pretty good rewards, and you can get 5 tickets from here as well. And immortal fragments, which in my opinion are pretty decent. If you need them, yes, sure, but in my opinion, I wish they were, guaranteed. We know which kind of immortal we're gonna get, and not random. So we might probably get, Elizabeth, you might probably get Frederick, something like that. That's a little bit, annoying, but I don't mind it. It's pretty good rewards anyway. And yeah, let's go take a look at the next one. This is Dazzling Wish. It's a gacha type of thing that we have in this game, and I had to laugh a little bit when I saw it, because if you look at the rate here, right, you have all the rates that you need to know about this particular event, and you can see here is the new immortal Xiao Xiao is already here. Fragments, 10 fragments per time, 2.5%. I actually did a couple of these. I think I did like 50 or 60, tickets for this. I wouldn't say it was really good, but I got pretty much these random immortal fragments that you see here a lot, right? And I also got the chaos selection chest, which is like 5 immortal fragments, and also the schematic as well. So I wouldn't say I'm very disappointed, but for 50 to 60 pool, I would expect a little bit more, right? 2% is very low, and if you have the chance to get the best one of them all, which is gonna be like 0.15%, which is incredibly low, and yeah, basically almost nobody gonna get it, right? And the Xiao Xiao fragment, I got it as well, and yeah, it's on the way, right? I like it. I want this immortal, so I'm waiting for it basically to be released elsewhere, and I'm planning to skip this event in general. I'm gonna get the tickets. I'm gonna do them when I get the tickets, right? But if you look at the shop, to me, it's I bought the $10 and the $20 just to try out, right? Just for one day, try out, see what what I can get from it. And first impression is it's gonna be very difficult, right? It's gonna be very difficult to get it. And yeah, I can understand why if you want to do it, But if you want the immortal Apollo, I would suggest you do the Chaos Wheel instead, like I plan to do. But if you want to do like gacha, a little bit gambling, I would say, you can definitely go for that, because if you really need these random immortal fragments, these are pretty good, to be honest. If you're lucky, you can get Charles, you can get Khan, you can get Baldwin. They are very good immortals. So yeah, if you want to do it, do it. I did it. I got Baldwin from it. So in my opinion, I wasn't disappointed about it, but some people are. I've seen some comments that they spent like 100 tries and they got literally nothing, and not even the chaos chest. So it's different from each people. You should think about it before you commit to it. I would just probably do for fun, because it actually looks pretty cool. I have one ticket here, or 2 tickets here from a mail that we got from IK earlier today. So yeah, not much. If you want to go for it, do it. But keep in mind, if you want the Apollo, if you want Xiao Xiao, I think you should skip this. But everything else in there is pretty decent. Now let's take a look at the celebration shop. And this shop right here, we have the tickets, we have Token of Light, we have the I would say free to play friendly frame, chat boxes. We have incredible amount of Stardust, which in my opinion very very good from IK, and then the artifact schematic fragment selection chest, which in my opinion is very disappointing that the IK only dropped purchase limit of 2, because last year, if you guys remember and played the event last year, we were having a fiesta with the artifact EHS, right? We could get at least 15 artifacts, and like 5 of each, basically 5 of lightning, 5 of fire, 5 of earth. It was Fiesta, it was really good for a lot of people. This year they only put down to 2, which in my opinion a little bit disappointing, and especially for free-to-play players it's a bit disappointing. But I would, well, for me personally, I'm not gonna complain a lot because I got to get the holy skin for $50, which in my opinion that is very good value. In my opinion also is that you should get these 3 philosopher stones, superior speed up chest, and superior resource optional as a last option, probably on the 13th day of the event. See if you get everything already, like sun ring, sunlight if you want them, or if you want a castle you can do that as well. But the most important part, or the most important item in the shop, is definitely the starter. When you can get up to 500, which gonna help your march and everyone's march a lot. As for the tickets here, as I explained earlier in this video, they do not refresh as of yet. We might get a refresh later. The keyword here is might. But for now, let's assume they're not gonna refresh, right? Because I did a mistake, as I told you guys earlier in this video. So yeah, that's on me. But for you guys, if you haven't bought any of this, please be careful. Only buy once just to finish the glorious challenge, and then when you get to the last one, you leave it there, and then you wait until the hard mode comes out and continue to buy the tickets. Maybe you get more coins for the shop later as well. So yeah, that's basically the explanations about the shop, and let's conclude this video. So now we are at the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my explanations, and hopefully you guys don't do the same mistakes as I did with this event. Already at the first hour of this event when it came out, I basically went all in, and I should have been more patient, as some people are, but I think most of the people thought a lot of stuff would be different. But hey, I would say if I were to conclude this event and give it a rating, in terms of the castle skin, in terms of the frame, I would give it a 10 or 11 out of 10. However, if I were to give, like, in terms of events for as a free-to-play and the artifacts and stuff like that compared to previous year, I would give it a solid 5, because I think we were anticipating more of the grinding event like last year's seasonal event, basically with the more artifact. Keep in mind, last year we could get a lot and loads of other stuff, right, for free to play as well. You can grind left and right and you can get something from it. Here you feel like you are pushed to buy the pass, which you should. Keep in mind, you should buy the pass because it's very good, right? But I feel like the game is pushing towards the pass, and I think not all people want to spend on this game, or can spend on this game, and I wouldn't try to push them to get it. Although we as a server, when probably this event ends, we're gonna end up having many people with the Holy Castle skin, which is gonna be very interesting, right? So yeah, that being said, in general, I would say it's a good event. It's